Hello and welcome to the Four Horsemen show, where we break borders one conversation at a time. I'm Tahira from Sri Lanka, joined by Natasha from Pakistan, Sagar from India, and Minhaz from Bangladesh. And today, let's dive into the exciting world of sports. In this episode, we'll explore how it connects us all. This includes one sport in particular, too. While our borders may be divided by politics, our love for the games keeps us united. No googlies here, just straight talk and good vibes. So join us as we step up to the crease to deliver a full toss of entertainment. Let's start with a game that started with the British, but now it's practically ruled by South Asians: cricket. Fun, isn't it? A game full of passion, drama, and emotions that unite us all. I want to know, what were the glory days or celebrations from your country? Natasha, you want to start off?
Interesting to see two blues and two greens on the screen. And yeah, oh, definitely. Imran Khan led us to our first ever World Cup in 1992. Even though I was a toddler, but I've seen many clips and heard countless stories about it. My parents and grandparents still talk about it with such pride, and that victory is still celebrated in Pakistan.
For us Indians, it was, I would like to say, the 1983 World Cup was probably the first global victory, and people were celebrated like we got the independence. And I mean, like, people were on the streets and everywhere. That's what my father and everyone's told me, that stories. But then comes the T20 World Cup win. But my most favorite one was 2011 World Cup winning. I still hear that the commentator was saying that, like, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni hit the sixer and India lift the World Cup. This line still gives goosebumps to all the fans and everyone. So yeah, this were the moments that were like the biggest history for us as an Indians.
Well, and for Sri Lanka, it has to be the 1996 Cricket World Cup win. The win was electrifying. We were the underdogs who went head to head with giants, showing the world that we could compete with the best. I will never forget this match in my lifetime. I am also going to proudly mention another great and recent win for Sri Lanka. The women's cricket team of Sri Lanka, led by Chamari Athapattu, won the Asia Cup final against India. With the men's team being on a losing streak, this win was not only an eye-opener to pay equal attention to women's sports, but also nothing short of inspiring for future generations of girls and to us all in general.
Well, congratulations on that. And all three of you are World Cup winners, and we are from Bangladesh are still to win our first one, of course. But I think over the last few years we have given enough scares to all of your teams in the recent and let's say more than a decade or more than a year actually. So, and among those moments, I think the recent one must be the 10-wicket win in Natasha's home in Rawalpindi, I guess. And of course, we do enjoy the recent spats with India. Like, I think a memorable moment was like our series win against India in our home, and of course the 2015 World Cup when we knocked the English Lions out of the World Cup and went to the quarterfinal in the Australian condition. So those are the happy memories, I'd say.
Absolutely right, Minhaz. That Rawalpindi victory was huge for Bangladesh, who had probably, I think, never won a test match against Pakistan before. Yeah. And beating us by 10 wickets in our own backyard. So, yeah, good one. But actually, we let you win to compensate for the fact that we were not able to give you a good internet connection your team was complaining about.
Let me interestingly add one fact here. Cricket is not the official national sport of any of our countries.
True.
Like Pakistan and India have hockey, Bangladesh has kabaddi, and Sri Lanka's got volleyball. But let's face it, cricket is in our blood, right?
So true. Even during championships, every street in Pakistan turns into a cricket field. In Ramazan, we have like those tournaments which start from iftar to sehri, and there are weekend vibes, there are cricket vibes, even there are other sports that are being played, such as badminton. But I would like to know if do you guys have something similar as well?
Um, I would like to add that part that in the evening, if you go to the any road and any ground on the city, everything is filled with the people playing cricket. We call it a gully cricket. And on a single like ground, you can see 10 to 12 different teams playing cricket. And there, I would also like to add that in a gully cricket, when we were used to be kids, like we used to play on the streets, and there were no enough playing equipments available for playing cricket, and we used to use stumps, like the tires, and we used to draw stumps on the wall and play cricket. And we if we don't have the bat to play, then we use just any random wood stick, and we play with it. So if we remember the balls that we used to have, like plastic balls we had played with, there were sponge balls that we used. Tennis balls were our favorite when we were playing cricket. We didn't get the chance to use actual this season balls, but yeah, so without those equipments, we had played the cricket. So that shows that how much it is embedded in our blood, and how much we love these sports.
Sagar feels like he's the Sachin Tendulkar of India right now.
Yeah, yeah, I am. We used to put MRF sticker on the bat.
Y'all are so right, Sagar and Natasha. We have been exposed to cricket in some form in our lives, may it be playing in our backyards or just idolizing a cricketer. So we all have our own team favorites. But who is your favorite from across the border? Sagar, you want to give it a shot?
It's a tough one because I have to give a chance here to Pakistan for that particular thing. So my favorite would be the Babar Azam from another country. If you see the Babar Azam, he is the real competitor of Virat Kohli, and they are always been neck to neck with each other. And Naseem Shah from the Pakistan team is also one of my favorite because uh, he is one of the best bowler that I know in recent times, and as Pakistan is famous for their bowling attacks, so yeah, Naseem Shah would be my favorite.
Good one, Sagar, and thank you for accepting that we do have some good players as well. So I would like to probably pick Virat Kohli as he is a fine batsman and is pretty. So for that prettiness, I give him some marks. And, and there's this term associated with his love life, which is like Anushka and Virat. So that's like Virushka, so which is very
Yeah,
famous in Pakistan as well. And let me tell you an interesting story. So recently in May 2024, I visited Keran in Azad Kashmir, and you know there's this Neelam River in the middle of this side of Kashmir and that side of Kashmir. And there were Pakistanis who were chanting Virat, Virat to the other side. And the Indians from that side were chanting Babar from that side. So it was an interesting sight because it's like even you could hear each other, you can see each other, and yet you cannot be together. But it was interesting to see how people can forget rivalry over sport.
wow, you and I need to meet us at this river and chant too. It would be fun, Natasha. We should do it sometime soon.
That's probably the easiest way to meet for you guys.
Uh, True.
True,
but
true.
but but yeah, jokes apart, like we do love cricket, all of us, and yes, like if we want to talk about cross-border cricketers, of course, I'm sure like we'll have like favorites from each other countries, and you two are just showing examples of it. For me, I think in my childhood, like in my early childhood, where when we did not play that much good cricket that we do right now, I remember I used to follow Shoaib Akhtar the pace speed star from Pakistan. And I remember occasions when he was running in from the boundary line, and that used to like inspire me a lot when I was like bowling in my cricket matches. So he was kind of an idol to me while in my childhood. So I'd definitely pick him like over anyone in terms of like cross border fanboy fanboy kind of thing. So yeah, Shoaib Akhtar from me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching Dhoni. I like the fact that MS Dhoni has a cool head and smart captaincy, making him a cricket legend. Yeah, but I would like to cheat right now and throw a curveball here and say my ultimate favorite player at the moment has to be Chamari Atapattu, the Sri Lankan world's cricket captain. She led her team to an iconic victory this year and put Sri Lanka back on the map for cricket.
Wow, I had no idea about that, right? I think we need to focus on women-led sports and give them the rightful stage and rightful everything that they deserve because back they it needs to be appreciated in our countries because if we see very closely in our countries, okay, the men's sports, I'm not just talking about cricket. If you talk about the hockey or kabaddi or anything else, the men's sports is always going to be encouraged, and we need to more focus on the women sports as well. So that's the. But let's back to the topic. The looks like Kohli and India wins the Wats into this particular game. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's continue and dive into some more cricket fun. There's always a hilarious one liner going around when it comes to cricket. What do you think?
So true. I mean, who hasn't seen that infamous angry Pakistan uncle who is like, standing like this, and there's like meme everywhere around him. I think he's wear that red maroon shirt, which is like, I mean, I saw it's everywhere when that happened, and even now as well. He's in one of my top favorite sticker list, and I use it for people like Sagar, who I don't have comments for.
You got me addicted to stickers too, but still so funny. And don't if we are talking about the meme field, okay, I have so many personal favorites, but I would like to mention one my particular favorite, and which I forward a lot to people like Natasha, like bhai maro, mujhe maro, bhai. So that video was so hilarious, and there's a classic example of how passionate
मारो
Pakistani
मुझे मारो
fans
मारो
can
मुझे
get when
मारो
they are
मारो
losing each and every time and the World Cup. So one of more favorite was like the ad which was always going on when the World Cup starts. It's a mocha mocha. So one guy came with all the firecrackers from last like 15 to 16 years. And they never got the chance to blow up those firecrackers. Why? Because Pakistan never won against the India. So each and every year we see that ad that was going on. Mocha, 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 mocha. कब आएगा mocha Pakistan?
Indians, I would like to mention here, Indians are absolutely stuck at Pakistan. It doesn't matter if they're, winning the World Cup, but just winning against Pakistan is a huge victory for them. They don't
Yeah,
care about World Cup.
that's a
They
goal.
just want to,
That's a
yeah.
goal.
now Sagar will say the same thing about you. So you people, you two, you
Let's just
people
go back
go
and
on
forth.
talking about the same sentence for with each other, like to each other every time. I mean, like take it a break, like give it a break, guys. Look at us, like us and the Sri Lankans. So in the
What?
recent years, we have developed so many meme materials, starting from the oh, so you're timing you're saying I am timed out now? I am timed
No,
out?
no,
You're
no.
saying that?
I'm saying dosti, Pakistan India dosti.
Wow.
Peace, peace.
It's
Yeah.
okay. We should probably just do the nagin dance.
Oh, that was one of the favorite meme from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I mean, Minhaz, can you please show? I mean, you should have shown us some moves when you recently like hit us in our backyard. You should have shown some Nagin dance moves. Come on, man.
Come, I want to see it.
Come
Uh
on, Minhas. I want to see your
no, no,
nagging dance.
I would have shown it, but Natasha has already timed me out, you know.
No, no, it's okay. I will fight with her for that. Don't worry.
No, no, Sri Lankans will not like it. Sri
No,
Lankans will
no,
not
it's
like
okay.
it.
Sri Lanka will love it. Sri Lanka, you
I
guys
love
love
it.
it, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
They don't.
So show us your nagin dance step.
It's
It
very
was
funny that
invented
Sri
by
Lankans.
Bangladeshi, so you should show it.
Yes, against Sri Lanka in Asia Cup or Nidahas Trophy. I don't remember the exact tournament when it first happened, but after that, we used to be like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka both used to be very friendly cricketing nations before that.
Yeah, that's so true. But anyway, moving on, and let me think about Sri Lanka and the memes. We have our own blend of humor. My personal favorites at the moment are the Sri Lankan emotional roller coaster memes, which explains the emotional journey of Sri Lankan fans during the recent cricket matches, where hope, despair, and jubilation can all occur in a span of a few overs. Next, and then that's it. But yeah, next, the rain being our 12th player for the team, often helping them with Duckworth Lewis calculations, is really epic as well. And don't get me started on the memes that follow with the rivalry between India and Sri Lanka in matches as well, especially during the ICC tournaments, I think. But my all
I
time
think
favorite, and which I think is will never die, is the Murali's Dusra, which is of Muralitharan's bowling that has baffled many batsmen.
I
Yeah,
think
man.
about India Sri Lanka
Yeah.
rivalry about before Sagar says so about India Sri Lanka rivalry. I think it basically kickstarted. I mean, it was there of course, but since 2011 World Cup final, I think. I mean, it has really gone into a different level after that,
Intense,
and
intense.
yeah, yeah.
Sri Lanka wants to take revenge with us.
Revenge is a funny word in cricket. One incident about India Bangladesh tournament in ICC. Remember, like I remember that. I think Sagar also remembers, don't you, man? About a
Yeah,
wicket in a ICC tournament. Yeah, you wanna?
yeah. So it was like West High no ball, and that cost you the match, and eventually you guys lost the home series. And we said, stop here. Okay, it was just a no ball.
Yeah, but I mean, jokes apart, India Pakistan controversies are brutal. Like we also have our fair share of bad judgments on the field against India as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. You always
ICC.
say it's going to the ICC, Indian Cricket Council.
Now,
You
now,
need to step up your game, guys. You need to step up your game. Don't just blame like
guys.
kids.
Now, let's move on. Yes, we have all had our fair share of rivalries, like how Sri Lanka has with Bangladesh too. Please don't give me a timeout now, Minhaz.
Thankfully, this is not an ICC tournament, so yeah, no timed out.
You know, one of the most heartwarming sights in cricket is seeing players shake hands and congratulate each other at the end of a match. It's a true testament to sportsmanship and respect, showing that even after fierce competition, there's always a mutual admiration. This brings me to an exciting topic. There are some truly friendly moments in cricket, even among the biggest rivals.
Like India Pakistan. So I mean, I haven't seen a biggest rivalry than India Pakistan. Even recently, when the matches in US were happening, I think most of the stadium was filled when there was India Pakistan match, and rest of the time the head count was pretty less. But yes, like Tahira, you're mentioning, there are absolutely, friendly moments. Like, for instance, a women's tournament where our captain Bisma Maru brought her daughter to the field, and all after the match, all the Indian team was surrounding Bisma Maroof and her daughter, which was also really nice to see. Like, people want to connect, people want to be together. Uh, People don't want to have any kind of boundaries. There were no boundaries there while there it was a sports match, but there were no boundaries, honestly. So yeah, these were some of the very nice moments I remember of.
Absolutely, Natasha. There were lots of friendly moments. I think the India-Pakistan fight is always going to be brutal. No matter if you score high or if you score low, if you drop a catch and if you miss a catch or if you miss a run out or anything like it happens, and that mark will be embedded on that particular cricketer for entire their life. Whenever they are coming back to their country, it is going to be a difficult one. But through this brutal rivalry, when you see those players on the field, okay, they are very much respectful towards each other. Like I had seen some of the players even tying their shoelaces on the field. Like Pakistani player is helping Indian batsman to tie his shoelace. Why? Because they cannot go down with their pads on, and it is very difficult to tie the shoelace. And Pakistan player helped them. So that was one of my favorite friendly moments on the field.
Yeah, and even if you like also consider the other aspects, other incidents that happened on a cricket match or a sports field. For example, if you remember an incident between MS Dhoni and Mustafizur Rahman in his early career, where basically Dhoni kind of shoved Mustafiz away from the pitch when he was walking down the pitch. So that was like a very heated moment. And but after a few years, when Mustafiz went to play for Chennai under Dhoni's captaincy, or not captaincy, but under Dhoni's team, so he basically helped Mustafiz get better in his because he was having an off form, but we saw during that tournament that he came back super strongly, and that also helped Mustafiz in the next tournament, which was the T20 World Cup. And he basically credited a lot to MS Dhoni. So what you see on the screen, if you feel the hit that it's hitting you, not likely it is the actual scenario, because the players when they go out in the field and when they come out of the field, they actually become like great friends, and that
Yeah.
is what probably we fans don't see from like outside the stadium or the TV.
Yeah, all jokes apart, when y'all were speaking just now, it's especially what even Sagar and Minhaz said. It's about this friendly rivalry, but you still have so much of respect and love towards each other, which I see in Natasha and Sagar a lot. So, which is beautiful, because we all know
Arch
it's jokes.
nemesis.
Don't ruin it, Sagar. Okay, so yeah, but we all know the truth right here. So yeah, it is truly beautiful, and yes, that's exactly what we see with cricket as a sport among the other sports as well. Yeah, in this itself, it's clear that cricket brings so much joy, but we can't ignore its darker moments, right? The 2009 attack on the Sri Lankan team was a challenging time. Let's give our viewers some context here. On the 3rd of March 2009, the Sri Lankan cricket team was ambushed and attacked outside the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, Pakistan by 12 gunmen. Years later, despite many teams refusing to play in Pakistan, this being one of the reasons, due to security concerns, Sri Lanka returned to play in Pakistan without any refusal of any sort. This powerful gesture solidified the bond between these two nations even more. But do you want to continue on that, Natasha?
Definitely, Tahira. I completely agree. 2009 attack itself, it wasn't just chaotic for Sri Lanka. It was really chaotic for Pakistan as well, because we were put years back in the cricket trajectory, and it builds an international narrative for a country that it's not safe and we don't want to travel there. So Pakistan actually put a lot of efforts into rebuilding their image internationally. It was a huge challenge for Pakistan as well to do that. And the return of international teams like Sri Lanka in 2017 when it came, even Sri Lanka was the team that was actually attacked. They came back, and that shows a huge peace gesture from Sri Lanka. And right now, when Bangladesh was here, it also helps heal and helps us move forward in building those relations.
Yeah, that is very important. And as you are talking about the images of the respective countries, and we also remember what happened in last T20 World Cup, that a war-ridden country named Afghanistan, which is also an Asian country, so they basically surprised everyone and they went on to play like in the very knockout rounds. So that was a huge thing, I think, for that country, and it actually shows that you can bring smile to people's faces, your countrymen, with this kind of efforts on the field. And speaking of other things like that the sports do, like unity, we remember a recent incident, I think, in the javelin throw in
Mhm.
the Olympics. That was recently. I think there was Arshad Nadeem and Neeraj Chopra, maybe. And it was a like heartwarming and beautiful example, I'd say, of mutual respect despite their fierce competition. I was enjoying it, and it had its moments, and like role models like these that actually sets impactful, positive trends to the future of sports, and also to the viewers, the children who are the future leaders who watch this in most cases.
True, Minhaz, when you are saying that about the javelin throw competition, so I would like to add that Neeraj Chopra and Arshad Nadeem are one of the best friends out of the field, and they actually both help each other to excel in their sports. But other than that, they are sportsmen. They are helping each other. That's one thing. But when Arshad Nadeem won the gold and Neeraj Chopra won the silver, both of their mother gave one statement, which actually touched my heart. Like Arshad Nadeem's mother said that the other person, Neeraj Chopra, is also just like my son. And if and same way, Neeraj Chopra's mother said that if Arshad Nadeem won the gold, it's okay because he is also just like my son. And this mutual respect towards each other, okay, and considering the other counterpart as their own children, that's what makes the I said that sports is actually uniting us in a different way. And it actually shows that across the borders people are same, they're not much different. And we just like to reduce the borders between us, and that's what our goal is here, to reduce the bond and increase the bonds beyond the borders. So yeah, that was one of the favorite moment of me between India and Pakistan in a sports from like a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, Sagar. So indeed that was a beautiful match, Minhas, that you mentioned, and it was a beautiful moment, like you mentioned, Sagar, when we saw those mothers sharing such beautiful statements. Which, just imagine if our even if our politicians were able to share such statements, the impact it would have. Just an ordinary person sharing it actually was heartwarming. So just imagine if our politicians, our policymakers are actually sharing those statements. So now the big question is, would India visit Pakistan for the Champions Trophy 2025? I mean, it could be a huge peace gesture from India's side, but I'm not sure if
That's a
that's
good
going to happen.
question. That's a good question, Natasha.
Oh, it's a good one and the sensitive issue too. But I believe that cricket has power to unite. So during the World Cup, Pakistan team visited India, and they got the respect and security and everything.
Well, it could be a super significant moment for, I think, the whole region altogether if this happens.
Yeah.
But that's not for us to tell. But we hope that there will be like much more unifying moments like this in cricket and sports that connects us.
Absolutely, guys. This is a sensitive issue, but cricket has the power to unite. Like one big example is when we were on our fellowship And Gajanan broke the ice between all of us by just playing a sport with us. And we just all just bonded thereafter and we didn't look back. So, yes, I have faith. And now over to our viewers. What do you think about the Cricket Championship trophy played this year? Should India play in Pakistan? Drop your thoughts on the comments.
Oh, thanks for Tahira for mentioning Gajanan Bhai in this one, that he actually helped us to play different sports with each other, because we were all hanging around in a different group on first day, and he lead the way and he asked us to play different games with each other, and that actually helped us to understand each other in PFP program, that how we are going to spend next of our 1 month in USA together. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Everyone stay safe and keep watching for the more interesting topics on Bonds Beyond Borders.
Goodbye and keep enjoying the game.
Take care, you all, and see you all in the next The Four Horsemen Show. Bye.
Bye.